This was by far the toughest project I've ever done. Let me explain.
Hey guys, it's Alex here. I just wanted to give you a brief intro to my latest short documentary film, Muted Sunset. It was definitely the most challenging documentary I've shot to date. Not from a technical standpoint, but just navigating through such a sensitive story. Over the years, I've shot many short films, specifically docs, and had success with them, winning festivals, staff picks. But for me, this one was by far the biggest labor of love. It's about Jordan Smith and how he lost his brother and sister to suicide. It's unimaginable circumstances that most of us will hopefully never have to go through. I really think there's a strong message to be had here and some inspiration of others navigating through mental health, grief, and I really hope you guys all enjoy watching this film, and I look forward to talking more about it.
When my sister died, I was hit with such a shockwave of emotion that it almost propelled me forward. When my brother died 8 months later, the two losses together crushed me. As life moved on, the grief I carried was overwhelming, and I resorted to unhealthy coping mechanisms to numb my pain. I realized I needed to make a change. I went looking for new ways to manage my grief and bring me closer to Soph and Jeff. This search led me to the healing powers of nature. I was quickly drawn to the ocean and to surfing. Being out in the waves gave me a deep feeling of connection to a higher power and to Soph and Jeff. Like many things in life, grief comes in waves. And it may be cliche, but finding something healthy to connect to that grief and ride out those waves has been immensely healing for me. Combination of surrendering control and being vulnerable to the power of the ocean while also harnessing that power for a brief moment to fly down the face of a wave was such an incredible sensation. I knew it was something I had to chase to help me heal. Surfing became my therapy and my daily visits with Soph and Jeff. I never feel closer to them than when I am sitting out in the water, or when I'm out there and a couple birds land beside me, or dolphins come up to say hi. I feel like that's them, and they're just reminding me they're still with me. Surfing gives me these moments that nothing else in my life can.
Thanks again for watching the film. Docs are always an interesting process. No matter the subject, you're telling a real person's story, so gaining their trust and honoring them is essential, I believe, to making a good film. Jordan and I began filming this project back in 2018. That's when it was conceptualized. We started filming and then took a pause as we were unsure how we really wanted to tell it. At the start of 2020, we started filming again, and COVID hit us almost immediately, halting the project. I ended up having a daughter and leaving California and moving back to Canada, and it kind of felt like we may just never do the project. Then in 2021, at the end of the year, I actually lost my mom, and it was a very difficult time for me, but it also really inspired me that I wanted to do this project, not only to share Jordan's story of loss and grief, but also for myself as a healing mechanism. One of the biggest challenges with docs, especially passion projects, is just starting. You're investing your own time and money, and there's always a way to make excuses to not make it happen. You're going to run into roadblocks, you're gonna run into challenges, and you just need to keep pushing through them. Filmmaking isn't always easy, and especially when you're doing a real person's story, there's gonna be obstacles, and you just need to keep pushing through. And if you do, you're gonna be very happy with the end result. I think the main thing I learned from this project is that you can't be scared to start, and you need to see passion projects through. I think doing stuff just because you love it and care about a story is the best way to grow as a filmmaker. So you really have to find a way to motivate yourself and make the project happen, because it's probably a great idea and it's probably worth sharing. So you need to be inspired and find ways to motivate yourself to make the thing happen. It's not about waiting for the right lens or the right camera. Any camera can tell a great story. The story is the key to your film being successful and to being a good film. If you keep waiting, it'll never happen. And I also think there's this challenge of, as we go through life and chapters of our life, our ideas change, our feelings change. So it's important to just do an idea when you have it, because if you wait too long, that urge or excitement will pass, and then that film may never be made. I think if I could end with one final note, it's that definitely pursue your passion projects. They're the most fulfilling, most rewarding, and ultimately can change you as a filmmaker and as a human being. I hope some of these insights were helpful, and I want to thank you again for taking the time to watch the film. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll be happy to answer them. Chat soon, guys.